hands down one of the most grueling, oh my gosh, why do I have to wait for next week cliffhangers in all of anime history. This episode of Hunter x Hunter, oh my fucking gosh. Fucking brilliant. Like, only Yoshihiro Togashi would do something like that where the main character's goal just drops in unexpectedly and it's kind of like, whoa, what the fuck? I didn't expect that. Like, oh my fucking god. Like, Hunter x Hunter, man. Fucking Hunter x Hunter. But before we talk more about that stuff, first of all, let's talk about some of the other bits of the episode, because there were some very important bits as well in the beginning of this episode. For starters, one of the major things is we've seen Gon's condition, and I was like, yo, there was no skin on his body. It was all charred the fuck up. He was skin and bones. He made starving motherfuckers look like they're overweight. I was like, yo, this is insane. The condition that he was in, I'm surprised that he lived through it, to be honest with you. I thought, like, you see that condition is like, how can anybody sustain their life through something like that? But the fact that Iruka was able to bring him back from that speaks volumes about the power that this little fucking girl, or something, shall I say, Nanika, has within her, because, or him, whatever, you know. Let's not get into trying to talk right now. To be able to bring somebody back from the fucking jaws of death, that's incredible. And one of the big things that we got is, it really shows Illumi, his biggest fucking goal at this particular point is basically to harness that power. I don't know if Illumi wants that particular ability. Maybe he knows that there's something more to Iruka than just a little fucking girl or a little boy or whatever, that there's actually maybe something in her, because you do see that when the black eyes go, that's when all of a sudden the wishing comes to fruition. So maybe he wants to harness that power. Maybe he found out that it's not only Killua that can get the wishes the way he wants. Maybe anybody can do it if they meet this certain condition. And when he was giving that maniacal laugh and everything, it was just like, you think that this is the end of Hunter x Hunter, and the ending of this episode feels like, yeah, maybe we have 1 or 2 chapters left or some crazy shit, or 1 or 2 episodes left. And I mean, we do have technically, but you know, the manga keeps going after the 148 stopping point. But with that setup right there, it just leads you to believe, like, there's just so much more story to be told with this guy, Illumi. It's like, you know that he's not going to stop now that he's after this, and he's like, I want that so badly. So definitely a major setup at the ending of the anime. It's like, oh my god, why do we have only a few episodes left? I want to fucking see this anime to keep going. Togashi, why you do this to us, bro? And this episode also built up this character, Pariston, that he is very fucking wise. His intellectual capabilities is beyond fucking reach. When he, this entire time, for the most part, knew, based off subtle hints and little deductions from Jean's actions, that Gon was going to walk through that door, he was only stalling for time throughout this entire episode. He was basically like, yeah, so I want to change the rules, and, you know, I can flex my powers now, you see, actually. And he was just, like, totally pulling fucking ass right now, just trying to stall for any time possible for Gon to walk through that door. I mean, like, 5 or 10 minutes prior to Gon even coming through there, he was like, it would be perfect if he would show up, but I'm not God. So it's like, we know at least Pariston's not God, but god damn, this guy is such a fucking genius. And I'm like, I know Jean is a wise motherfucker. I mean, he's revered as an incredible hunter, but Pariston, I don't know how fucking intelligent. But hands down, the main thing to talk about with this episode, the main fucking enchilada, Gon is healed the fuck up, and he shows up and he sees his father there because his friends are pointing at Jean, and I'm like, I much rather, and I know there's going to be people that are saying that that's lackluster, it should have been something different. I much rather, I don't give a fuck. 10 out of 10 for this episode. 10 out of fucking 10. Because even some of the slow parts, methodical, him calculating precisely how much longer he just has to wait until Gon comes through that door. So it was all with purpose and overall leading up to an incredible, oh my fucking god, why do I gotta wait a week cliffhanger with Gon seeing Jean down there, and Jean like, well, it was gonna happen like this anyway. He's like pissed off. He did not want it to go this way. Overall, absolutely incredible fucking episode, animation and art. Need not even say anything. It's Madhouse. They did their fucking thing with this bad boy, and it's like, I loved it. And I read this in the manga, and I'm seeing it now, and the anime makes it 10 times better, because let's be real here, Hunter x Hunter 2011 is better than the manga as far as just presentation of everything, and like, they did an amazing job. I want to know what you guys think, maybe. I'm really interested to see what people think regarding him seeing Jean there, and now we gotta wait a week to see what their fucking initial interaction is gonna be. But what do you guys think? Are you going crazy right now. Like, it really feels like Hunter x Hunter, honestly, could have ended within the next few episodes and then come back with part 2. And maybe that's what they're planning on doing with the anime. Maybe this will be Hunter x Hunter 2011 or Hunter x Hunter Part 1, and then we'll come up with Hunter x Hunter Z or Hunter x Hunter Part 2 or something like that. Like, that's probably what might be their idea once Togashi makes enough material, if he gets off of Dragon Quest. But I love this episode. Honestly, I felt like it just did everything precisely fucking correct, building up, and all the election arc build up led up to an incredible moment. So even some of those episodes that felt a little bit slower, it all had purpose and it served it very well, because his goal is right. It's right there, baby. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoy the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. Especially if you're going to read the manga after 148. I'm going to be reviewing that bad boy, so definitely get on board. And again, masterpiece of an episode. Hunter x Hunter, top of the line shonen anime. It's not going to get much better than this, people. It's really not. I'm Finette World, and as always, people, have an awesome day. I can't wait for next week.